It is Women's History Month, so we are focusing on strong women who make a difference in this world and how they become trailblazers. Were they born that way, or did they learn to be strong? Mothers shouldn't be the only one instilling girl power in their daughters. Fathers have that same responsibility, right? So author of Getting Back Up, Harma Hartouni, says he is making sure that his daughters grow up resilient and empowered. You even wrote a book about it. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Tell us, Harma, why is it so important to you to raise strong daughters?
Well, I have twin daughters, and I grew up in Iran, and my mother moved when I was born. When I was 30 days old, my mom took me back to Iran, and that's exactly when the revolution happened. And although she was a U.S. citizen, because Iranian law then was the husband made all the decision. So as a woman, she couldn't even make any decisions, so she couldn't come back. So we were there for 19 years and couldn't fly back. She couldn't make any decision. Also, she was in a relationship with my father, wasn't healthy. She couldn't leave because she would have lost her kids. So maybe that will be a big portion of the reason why I am very protective of my girls.
So basically, you saw the imbalance, Harma, growing up. You saw the power of the man and belittlement of your mother. And how are you going to counteract that with your own children?
When the girls were born, we were always thought about they shouldn't just have pink or blue is for boy. We were like, we will let them decide. And one of our girls is like obsessed with orange, and the other one will be purple, and then they will switch. So we never made it look like you have to have a doll only. So we never have a script in our home, or we don't say, you're a girl, you shouldn't do that, or
right,
that's a boy thing. We don't have that. And they're born the way they're born. But we want to make sure that the environment, the cap that we put on them is not the same. Because growing up, my sister was like, you don't do karate, you have to do piano. Karate is for Harma. So I hated it, maybe because I was closeted and I didn't know. But it was just, I was forced to do something I didn't want. And she was never into sports, or they didn't let her play in sport. And no, looking back now is, unhealthy is that. Mm-hmm. And again, we're not trying to make them do what they don't want, but we want them to know they truly have that option.
What do you have to say to the people that are still stuck on those traditional roles that still exist today, that are saying, no, there's a certain way things are meant to be? What do you have to say to them?
Eventually, they're going to do what they want to do, like I did, like my sister did, and like any other women and men out there when they're forced to do what they don't want. So look what happened when they forced me. I have a lot of resentment towards my father. Don't push your kids away. I ended up running away. Thank God I was U.S. citizen. We're so lucky with what we have here. There are so many people in the world that they have the same abilities, the same look, the same skill set, but they don't have the environment to do what we do. So we should be so grateful. And so if you're here and watching this, just let them be.
Harma Hartouni, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm getting that your bottom line is love and acceptance, and that is what breeds empowerment.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be right back.